Welcome home to Eden. This is Eve Christoph, and this is the Eve's Eden Show, welcoming you home to Eden, where I am fulfilling my role as an embodiment of the goddess, as your divine feminist comedian. So what's a feminist? You know, it's just like I wanted to be a feminist, but like somewhere along the line, feminism got divorced from femininity. And of course I'm all for our right to vote and our right to dance in public and play drums, and our right to our own bodies, to choose whether we have children or not, to have abortions if we need them. Of course, in that whole mix, we got a little mixed up, and we started thinking we were asking for the right to be men, to be like men, instead of remembering what we really want is the right to have everything about womanness and femininity honored as powerfully, as essentially important as men's desires and proclivities get listened to and honored. So this is a little bit of a radical rant that I will be continuing with. But the divine feminist, who she is to me, is we are the witches, we are the medicine women, the priestesses, the enchantresses, the wizardesses, the from long ago, temple courtesans even. We are the ones who kept people alive for millennia, and we have incarnated back onto the earth, and what happens is we are pretty much shunned, and people are still just as afraid of us as ever. And so what we do is we find ways to hide our power, so that we can be able to serve, so that what we have to offer is acceptable enough in a masculine oriented world, where whatever is masculine and scientific and such has been honored. I mean, that's the good thing about QAnon, right? It's like suddenly all this malarkey about the world being flat, it's like, yeah, but I say it is. I say it's flat. I met this woman in Hawaii who really thought the world was flat now, because she says it's all a hologram. Everything's just a hologram. And I'm like, okay, well, from the divine feminist perspective, the world is definitely round, not because of science, but because she's feminine and women are round. I mean, we feminists, we believe in the dream time. We believe in shamanism. We're the shaman women from ancient long ago, the ones who did exorcisms and soul retrievals and healings and midwives. And so I have lived in many of those roles. I've made my living, I still do, as a medium. You can call me for a reading anytime. $20 for one question, 40 for 3, 100 for a life reading. Okay, there you go. But I think that it's safer for me to just be a comedian, because it's not so threatening to people, if you do readings for people and everybody around you knows that their biggest secrets, you've heard them all. And then I just happened to me in Hawaii, I just knew too many secrets until I was just like not the popular one in the room. Like, it's like, oh no, don't let anybody talk to her. Who knows what she'll say? Well, I'm good at keeping people's privacy, but if you want to be feminine in a very masculine world, and many of the feminine arts are powerful and of nature and of the spirits that are our friends, but people are like, oh, those witches, they'll they'll harm you, they'll put a hex on you. You know, there is terrible voodoo going on in this world, violent, negative, uh, terrible, uh, powerful, evil magic that people do use. But the women, the women kept everybody alive through magic, and really the main magic of nature, of our connection with elements, when elements show up to drench, rain comes suddenly to put out a fire, or big wind moves away clouds when we pray. It's not because we are so powerful, it's because we have friendship with the spirits of nature. And if the friendship is strong that day, that week, if we have been present with our friends in the spirit world, they're just kind of like, oh yeah, here's a little present back for you. Yeah, thank you for all those offerings last week. You know, so I'm probably divulging too much of the secrets of the shamanesses. But what what I'm really wanting to do with this show is that I'm hoping every story I tell, heartbreakingly sad, if it makes you cry, if it makes you laugh, the aim is always to return you to the garden, to return you to Eve's Eden, to Eve's garden, where we have not forgotten love of the feminine and all of her values, and of the children, and of the mothers, and of the earth, and of the heart of men, the softness of men, the heart of the gorgeous goddess within all of us, and the gorgeous God within all of the women. This unity, this coming together with, but it starts with her at the center, love at the center, the rose at the center, not money as the bottom line, ever, ever. If you're saying that to your woman, if he says that to you, money's the bottom line. If your boss says that to you, you know that you're in the wrong lifeline, and you need to connect up with a parallel boss. Start talking to them and calling them in, where love is the bottom line, and the love is at the center, and the rose is this. We're in service to the rose. Okay, much love.